Motormouth Jenkins here, welcoming you to our brand new YouTube channel. Hope that you'll come back and see every segment each and every week, and I will share preventative maintenance tips and regularly scheduled maintenance tips for your car. So whether you know a little bit about your car or absolutely nothing, this is the channel just for you, where I share over 35 years of experience as a qualified and licensed service technician with truck and coach, light truck and passenger vehicles. Come back and visit us and tell your friends, and we'll see you each and every week right here in the Car Connection Workshop on YouTube. Hey, thanks for stopping by. No, we're not in the Car Connection Workshop. We're on the other side of the campus working on Jen's vehicle is back. Jen's baby, I should say. It's Jen's baby. 2018 Wrangler JK 3.6 liter Pentastar. Yeah, we're doing an oil change, and I just wanted to, it's not going to be a huge video. This is an interesting engine to do an oil change on, because the oil filter isn't this way or that way or that way. It's in there. So I've already dropped the oil, but I just wanted to share with you, this is an interesting setup. This is actually 26 millimeters or 24 millimeters. Yeah, I converted it, and it's 15/16 will work just fine. But watch this. This is where the oil filter is. And you got to be careful. This is all plastic, so you can't get rammy or crazy with it because it's an assembly. Wait till you see this. I wanted to share this with you because this is interesting. I have one. We have one event vehicle. It's a 2007 2.5 liter. Now look, check this out. It's a cartridge in a pear tree. Yeah, let's take this over to the tub, wherever that is. Are we dancing again? Bring it over to the tub, because I want you to see this. This thing holds a ton of oil, too. Like, it isn't a 3-liter squirter or a 4-liter. This thing takes 6 liters. 6 quarts, actually. So I just don't want this dripping all over the place. But this is a cartridge. This is plastic. So you gotta know how to treat this baby, because there's a gasket. You gotta put a gasket on it, and I gotta go and get the O-ring because I didn't see the O-ring come out with it. So now you gotta take this thing, you gotta pull it out, because it's held in there pretty good. So when you put the new one in, make sure you clean this out really, really well. And I put a little oil on the threads. There's the O-ring right there. It hides. Like, you can't even really see it, but there's an O-ring right here. So you got to put a new one on every time. So it comes in the kit. Yeah, but I just wanted to share this with you because this is the type of technology we're working with. Our 2007 Beetle convertible takes a cartridge similar, but it's up underneath this way, in behind the radiator, and it's a bit of a bear to get the top off. And again, plastic. It's plastic, so you can't get crazy with it. Otherwise, you break this housing in here, you're up a creek, man. Like, you're not going anywhere. Check this out. How that goes down in there. I mean, the first time I changed the oil on this thing for Jen was like, this isn't anything I've seen before. So you got to make sure you also line up the filter down into there's a, you see how that filter had a point on it, right? Okay, let's go to the new one. So I got to get this gasket off of here. You got to put the new O-ring on there, because you can't take a chance that the one that you're taking off is going to seal a second time. I mean, if you were out in the forest and you had to get out of the way of a pack of bears chasing you down, I wouldn't worry about the O-ring. Just get out of the forest. So I just get this off here, but yeah, you gotta learn these things about when you buy a vehicle. Would you know that that's where your oil filter is in that plastic housing? No. The first time, the first time I was asked if I wanted to service it for her, I'm like, yeah, I'll take care of that for you, Jen, and I did my homework. Thank goodness I did because I did not expect this particular kind of setup, but here's the new O-ring. So again, you got to get that on there. Don't wreck it going on. Don't get crazy and nick it. If you put a nick in it, yeah, just imagine what that would look like. The oil spraying out all over everything. And then I have a little lube on my hands. That's enough for the threads. But here's the new one. So what you have to do is make sure, like this thing spins. It's kooky. So, when you're buying these vehicles, educate yourself on what you got. And whether you know a little bit about cars or absolutely nothing, I would say learn something about what you're driving, other than where the gas goes in and how it started. Yeah, because I'm not even too keen on these vehicles that have the push start anymore. I'd rather feel more comfortable with. There we go. Yeah, we're working away from the shop. I forgot to bring a knife over, but I suppose that would have worked, right? What the heck? I just want some clean lube. And again, I've said this before. Make sure this tinfoil stuff does not get into the oil. So I just take a little bit on my finger, grab that filtre, and lube up that O-ring on the end. Lube it up. Trust me. And then put some lube around this top piece too. But this is the funniest thing I've seen. We got Mobile 1 this time. Jen always picks up her own stuff. She knows how to do that, which is good. She just, she's a woman and intimidated going into a shop somewhere where you don't know anybody. And she just lives down the street. So it's convenient. So you got to make sure you don't put the lube on there because you got to get this down on there. You got to make sure that's locked in. And then it's like a carousel. Okay, that's enough. So now you got to get this down in here and get it lined up. So that's why it's important you get it into the lid properly, because it's got to go into a port down below. So, and it's supposed to be 13 Newton meters on this. Do not go crazy on this. This plastic type stuff is just, it's everywhere. Plastic valve covers, plastic intake manifold. They're making them lighter to meet EPA. So, when I hear that, I know I've landed. Don't go any further, because if you bust this center out, you're going nowhere. You're done. It's over. I can hear the singing. It's over at that point, so you don't want to do that. Don't do that. So it calls for, I think it's 22 or 24 millimeter socket. 15/16 is the equivalent. Because after, I gotta remember, I think it's after 22 millimeters, it basically switches back to standard. How many of you know that? There's a tip. Fact check me on that one. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you that 2018 Jeep Wrangler JK 3.6 liter Pentastar. Apparently the engine is a good one from Chrysler, but make sure you learn some stuff about what it is that you've purchased. Jen never had a Jeep before. This is her dream vehicle, her dream Jeep, and we managed to find one. I shopped it for her, and we went up to look at it, and she purchased it. She was so thrilled. It was great to be a part of seeing someone get their dream vehicle. So learn as much as you can about the product you're driving. No age limit, no height restrictions, width or height, horizontal or vertical. It doesn't matter how old you are and how much you know about mechanics, whether you know a little bit or absolutely nothing. Learn something. Because as I mentioned already, when I knew I was going to change the oil on this, I did some research to find out what's in it for an engine. How many quarts does it take? What oil can it receive? Does it change up the oil for seasons, or is it one weight of oil all year round? And then what kind of filters does it take? And then when I'm reading on and I'm going cartridge style in the intake manifold, this should be good. So the first time was a learning curve, and now I know what you're dealing with. So take the time to research the product you're driving, and take the time to research the product that you're going to purchase before you get it. Because I'm still learning a lot about our 2007 Toyota FJ Cruiser. And I've had it now 12 years, 11 or 12 years. So till next time, hope you enjoy the video. It's not a long one, but I wanted to share that with you. And some tips and some tricks as well. And on this particular oil filter, you're not going to be able to prime it. It's going in dry. So that's the way the engineers made it. So like, share, follow, subscribe, and if you want to know when we're dropping new videos, hit the notification bell so that you're notified when the new videos go up. We put 3 new videos out every single week, 2 for Tuesday, 1 for Friday. So keep it under 100. Follow us on Facebook, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, and we'll see you in the next one. Well, thank you for stopping by the Car Connection Workshop right here on YouTube. Don't forget to come back and join us for another segment. So like, share, tag, and follow, and ding that bell so that you don't miss a single edition of Car Connection. So till next time, keep it under 100 and put the coffee on, because we're coming to your house.